Hello and good afternoon, ladies and gents. I am back. It's Miguel, aka Mighty Migs, for another Passion for Acting podcast episode. And today's actually an Asian invasion type of episode. We got my friend and fellow actor, Sora. How are we?
I am good, thank you.
All good to hear. But before we go further ahead with this, Asian invasion type of episode, I'd like to mention that the sponsor of this podcast is actually Sydney Actors Association. So she and I are both regular attendees of Sydney Actors Association. We can say that's actually good quality, not just with coaching, but the people there are very nice and very supportive and very constructive. So if you're an actor looking to sharpen their craft in any way, shape, or form, this could be the right place for you. And, visit their Instagram page in the description box below and tell them that Miguel and Sora sent you to our good friend Sam Haft, who's our acting coach. But without further ado, give us an introduction about yourself, Sora.
Well, I'm Sora. I am 21, and at the moment I am working two jobs, and I'm an usher at both of them, and recently became an actor at Luna Park, which is one of the workplaces I work at, and I'm doing the Squid Game stuff, which has been fun. What do you call it? What else? Yeah, I'm acting. I'm at the Sydney Actors Association. It's been very fun. Yeah, I'm doing Tuesday classes. What else can I say? Oh, I make music. I do make music for myself, actually. Haven't released it or anything, but I play guitar and I sing as well.
Oh,
and
okay.
I've also played violin. That's it.
Okay, can you dance as well?
Well, I actually recently started dancing.
Hey, the reason why I asked that is because you're a potential triple threat. You can dance, you can act, and you can sing. You never know, because remember, passion comes first. You develop the talent through your passion. Okay, so that's the thing. That's the way I look at things. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I am much of a dancer. Like, what do you call it? I did dance when I was younger, but I did it at 7 and then quit for a bit and then came back at 12. And at that time I went to Brent Street. And
Brent Street.
Yeah.
Okay. Brent Street, what was that at about?
Huh?
Never heard of it.
It's a pretty prolific dance school, and they're really good. But it was because I was not very good at dancing. I kind of didn't have a good time there. But anyway, but
well, just because you're not good at dancing yet doesn't mean you can't be better at it later.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now I'm doing it again. Here I am at 21, and
you got your whole life ahead of you.
We'll see what happens.
Seriously, you've got your whole life ahead of you. At 21, you haven't even reached your peak yet. So, you just got to keep moving forward with your life, because remember, passion comes first. Then you develop the, actual talent that you have, for dancing, acting, singing, So, to have those 3 different channels that you can have on YouTube one day. This is my dancing class, and then you get this is the singing class. I can't sing, so I'm not going to sing. And you got the acting class, which is the drama queen class.
Oh man! Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh well, there we go. So that's an interesting introduction right there. So it's just that's the way I like it. It's meant to be fun.
Yeah.
And moving on to the next question. So, what inspired you to become an actor? Actor, yeah, Sora. Started there.
So, basically, I auditioned for Matilda the musical at 11, and I did not get through because I was terrible at dancing. Hence why I went to Brent Street, or I went back to Brent Street.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom found these acting classes.
Keep going.
And what do you call it? And she brought me. I got classes. My first ever class was an American accent class. But then I think what really got me into acting, really into it, was actually getting into the dirty work of doing a play, reading the script, and really going through all the the theoretical side of it, which I think I enjoyed that part a lot. And Yeah, and I think I really liked just instead of just like theater sports and like space jump and stuff, it was actually really nice to have like a more detailed way of acting, which was fun. It was very fun.
Awesome. Yep. And if you had to choose between film and theater, what would you be more passionate about, or just as even?
I like both. Yeah, I think I like both. Yeah, both.
Okay. Well, if that's what you're really inclined to, because remember, preference isn't really a choice. Your preference is both. You can't really argue with that, because it's the same sport but different rules. Just like you got rugby league and rugby union, same sport, but different rules. You both can't forward pass, just like in acting, theatre acting and film acting. You both have to react.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's the beauty about it, right? But what would you say is the better experience so far for you? Film or theatre?
Film so far.
Film so far. Okay.
I'd like to do more theatre in the future. No idea when, but we'll see what happens. But I've had more so far. I've had more experience with not theatre. What do you call it? Film so far.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. I think because remember, like what we do on our Sundays. I mean, of course, you're not really coming to Sundays often. I'm assuming Tuesdays.
Yeah, exactly the same. It's just different people, obviously, but yeah, it's basically screen work, and it's always fun every time.
Yeah. I think with screen work though, you have to have a better longevity. It's a bit of a marathon compared to theatre. I mean, from my experience, theatre is more of a sprint. You can go all out within that 2 or 3 hours or even more, maybe even less. But with film, if you are on set, they say 8 hours, you have to expect at least 2 or 3 hours, or maybe even more over time. So you have to pace yourself because, you don't want to act yourself all out. But, in the first few takes, you do well. And then as the day goes by, you're just so tired. You got your acting muscles is fatigued. So you don't want that to happen, so that's just from my experience. And I remember Daniel Sasson. Hey, Dan, I know you're listening to this, but Daniel Sasson's one of my original acting coaches, and he's the guy I have very good rapport with. Not to say I do have very good rapport with Sam, but a different kind of rapport. But with Daniel, he was telling me, you need to pace yourself. I remember when I used to do his acting class in Balcombe Hills, and one of the things that I would do is I would just go all out, and energy was high at the beginning. In the first few takes when doing screen work, then time went by, I was like, I only had half the energy left, and he goes, yep, look, this is the kind of experience you need in order for you to get better endurance in the long run, because these are long days in general, especially when I'm not talking about extras work, but when you're an actual actor, you're going to have a lot of long days ahead.
I mean, there's the phrase, get ready and wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the actor motto that you have to follow. It's very fun.
Sometimes, a lot of, I wouldn't say all the time, but sometimes. No. Sometimes, you'll have to wait more than you're on set. And then, they say 8-hour call, you're 3 hours sitting on side, and in that rest of that 5 hours or so, you're going to be on set.
Yeah.
So and this is the name of the game, and we've accepted it. But it is what it is.
We signed up to it.
Okay. Come to think of it, you can probably audition for the role of Matilda next time, or is it? Matilda's more like a little girl, right?
That's 12 years old.
Oh, okay, shit.
Definitely not. Do you know the Roald Dahl book?
Yeah.
Matilda.
I've only seen
she's 12.
I've only seen the movie.
I love the movie.
Yeah, the movie's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, the movie's awesome. Back in the 90s, And,
such a good movie. I grew up with that film.
I think I'm going to watch that tonight then, yeah.
Oh, good idea.
There we go. Because I'm going to catch up with a friend afterwards again, so a different friend, so of course, I don't have much of a social life, that's why it's good to have social life sometimes.
Oh, no, me too.
I mean, me too. Yeah, but you know what? Let's just say staying in your own shell is so much better, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So, I'm glad you learned that while you were young, but I had to learn the hard way. But the next question here, so what was it like playing the lead role in Blue Milk, a Star Wars story?
Oh, my God, that was so fun. So I was leading with another actor. So I played a young Padawan in a Star Wars student film. It was very, very fun. It was at AIE, which is at Ultimo. And it felt really, really fun. We did like lightsaber fighting and it was only two of us, but it basically it's a commercial for Blue Milk. And basically like it starts off like a Star Wars movie, and we're like fighting, but then it's just training. So we just turn off our lightsaber and he's like, your training is like going well or whatever. And then it transitions into a what do you call it? Oh yeah, no wait. She tests her force abilities and then it just doesn't work, and she's like, oh, why is it not working? Why am I different? Why is it like this? And then he's like, I've got a secret to tell you. And then Blue Milk. And basically Blue Milk is meant to be a drink that gives you force energy. So they like advertise it as like a thing that all Jedis use.
Okay, so if you don't drink Blue Milk, you can't pick up that glass.
Yeah, no.
Without it. It's like,
oh yeah, no.
Can you pass me that Blue Milk thing?
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of that. But the thing is,
no, it's like a made-up story. It's made up.
Okay. So there we go. So you said it's a student short film anyway.
Yeah.
It's a passion project, and that's the beauty about this. You can get some inspiration there.
Oh yeah.
But like what you said, it's just you're just having fun playing with lightsabers, and then all of a sudden it's not working. But come to think of it, take this as a compliment. You do look like a Jedi.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. I look like a Sith.
I mean,
I look like a Sith.
No.
No. I'm just kidding. No, but I'm older because I'm at an age right now where I can play the bad guy more often. So
I can totally see that too.
Yeah, because when I was your age, it's like when I told people, or even when I was a little bit older than you, like early 20s when I started acting, I said, "Oh, look, I love to play," because I usually play a cop, right? But at the same time, I love to play a crooked cop back then, blah blah blah. And people told me, "No, you look too clean cut. You're never going to play the bad guy." But anyway, just check the YouTube channel. But when it comes to that, you have to play the roles that you're actually interested in, like when it comes to these passion projects, because you want to promote yourself the way you want to be promoted, So because when you get to play the Jedi, I'm assuming that you enjoyed playing the Jedi, right?
Oh, it was so fun. Like, what do you call it? My boyfriend was actually the one that saw this ad for the role, and I'm like a massive Star Wars fan. So he was like, Sora, you gotta do this. You gotta do it. I was like, okay, I'll audition. It sounds fun. That would be kind of cool if I was in this film. I auditioned, and then I got the role. I was like, what? Okay, sure. And then the director called me and was like, are you down for like lightsaber fighting? I was like, yeah.
Oh, wow. I think your boyfriend would have been proud.
Oh, no, he was very happy. Like, we watched the film. We got to watch the film at Dendy's because they did like a screening. But oh my god, it was actually really good.
How long is the short film?
Oh, like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's like literally an ad.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, they were really, really short films.
I think something like that can be good for those little mini premieres, because you never know who's actually attending those premieres, because they could actually remember you. I remember Sora. She played that, she played that. She just played that Jedi. Now, the reason why I started because I saw a spider there.
That's why.
I saw a spider outside the window. So it's outside the window. Yeah. And I was just like, what the hell? I'm not arachnophobic, but I just got distracted. Yeah. Hey, focus. Okay. On top of me. Okay. But the point is when you play these roles that you like to play, it just shows that you can play the roles that you want to play, because when you want to audition for such roles in the near future, you got proof that you can play a Jedi, or you got proof that you can play maybe a schoolgirl, or like a bad girl, or something like that, or the girl next door, or like the princess, or whatever you call it. So you got to play the roles that you want to play, and just to show some versatility, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely putting that on my show reel. Like, it's going to be a little different, like, for someone very like someone who's just like what do you call it, branching out into acting. But I feel like I haven't done as much work. I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, you will. I mean, stick to it. And,
I'm totally not giving up on it. It's like,
of course, and
it's my passion.
Stay away
it's
from
passion
idiots.
for acting.
Yeah, the passion for acting. Yeah, that's a trademark. Yeah, she can say it because she's a guest. I'm just kidding. I haven't trademarked anything yet. So yeah, but like I said, just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And I'd hate to say it, stay away from idiots because these idiots will try to discourage you. Yeah, so I've had too much of that in the past and even recent. Yeah, but
Can't
you know
wait.
what? No, bro. Trust me, you don't want to go through.
What idiots?
Just let's say the naysayers, the people who are just going to put you down and they're pretending to be, supportive, but they're not supportive at all. The moment it's seemingly hard, they're going to tell you to give up, whatchamacallit. So yeah, I've had an abundance of that over the years. Yeah, so that's why. And let's just say that they're a big reason why I'm driven as well. But it's not the main point there. Yeah, but you got to keep moving forward with your life. But let's go to the next question. So, please describe your roles as Tamora/Juliet in Feared and Revered, the Women of Shakespeare.
Rightio. This was my first real theatre experience. So this was a very experimental play. So basically the play I don't think it had a story very much, but it's very experimental. So basically the director got inspired by like an exhibition in the British Museum, and basically the play is about all the women of Shakespeare living in a modern context. And so each scene had a theme, and it was like, each scene is like the stage of being a woman. That's the idea. So it like the first theme was innocence, then it was mischief, and what was it? Defense, and then compassion, oblivion, which means just death.
All right, would you say it's more drama or comedy? Or a bit of both?
A bit of both, I think. I don't know what genre this was. I can't really tell.
Because the girl who was in my second James Bond short film, Charlotte Bromley, of course.
Charlotte.
Yeah, she was in.
Oh my god.
She was in my second James Bond short film. I'll show you afterwards. Yeah, and I saw her posting some stuff on it, and I'm thinking, oh, look at this small world. So,
yeah.
Wow. To me, she was a friendly girl.
That is a very small world. Wow.
Yeah. She was a Bond girl in my second one, so she was good to work with.
No, she's lovely.
Yeah, she was fun, and she was so enthusiastic.
Yeah, no, she's so great. She's so great.
That's what, because even back then, like this was less than 2 years ago, over a year ago already, and she was just beginning as an actor.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to do extras work anymore. She wanted to venture into acting, and she had just the one line in that one, and I'll show you afterwards. But what? I like working with beginners in that context because they're just willing to prove themselves. They have good attitudes, and she had that. She had
absolutely.
That. I don't know if she had that as well.
She was She was really good. She was very good. Like all the cast were pretty good. I had a good time with the cast. But here's the thing: because it was so experimental, ideas of the play kept changing. Our scenes kept changing.
You mean show by show?
Our relationships also kept changing.
Show by show, or is it just like
no rehearsal by rehearsal?
Oh, rehearsal by rehearsal. Okay.
So we had so Juliet was okay. Juliet was a little bit easier because everyone knows what Juliet's story kind of is. Like she falls in love with Romeo, she wants Romeo, but and then she at the end she kills herself for Romeo. Whoops.
Oh, you ruined it. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to see it anyway.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Sorry, spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, just la la la.
But Tamora was a little harder because it's a character that I didn't even know about when I started playing her. But I had to research, and it's from a very dark play from Titus Andronicus.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
Tamora, is that a Japanese character? Does it
No.
sound like it?
No,
Oh, what a
not at all.
coincidence! Yeah,
not at all.
yeah, because it'll be easy to actually translate into katakana. Tamora-san.
It actually would be, yes.
Yes.
That would be very easy.
Yeah, you got Miguel, Yeah, so Sora-san, actually, you Wakaki-san.
Mine's already Japanese.
Yeah, but Japanese by tradition, you have to call you by your...
Wakaki Sora.
Yeah, Wakaki Sora.
That's correct.
Wakaki-san. Genki desu ka?
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's correct.
So, tell me more about her. Why is it so dark?
So basically, it's a little dark. A content warning essay, and...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Radio. So basically, at the beginning of the play, her son gets executed by the emperor, and basically her whole motive is to it's vengeance towards that emperor. And so he steps down as emperor, and a new emperor comes up, and then she marries him, and so she basically tries to have revenge towards that emperor, Titus. Oh, his name is Titus Andronicus, the name of the play. So yeah, she's trying to have revenge against Titus, and basically, and she also despises the daughter because she's seeing through all the crap and stuff like that. She's seeing through all the manipulation and stuff. I think that's from my memory. And then also she has an affair with someone. Tamora has an affair with someone, and she gets caught by the daughter. And then there's a monologue that I do in the play and basically she gets caught by the daughter, and they start accusing her, start kind of what do you call it? Getting she's starting to get confronted, whatever, and then her sons, Tamora's other sons come, and they're like, oh, what's going on? And then she starts playing victim towards them, but then also kind of manipulating them into thinking they're bad, and then so they basically take her and essay her.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, it's really dark. I was like, whoa. I probably got some of the parts of the story wrong. But yeah, that's kind of how dark it is. It's like Game of Thrones, Shakespeare.
Wow. I mean, see, that's a good
pretty
challenge for you as an actor. You did some research
and
background, and obviously it helped you with the character portrayal, right?
The director actually kind of changed because it's basically a scene with different people, different characters from different plays. And so we had to do monologues from our respective plays, as dialogue.
Oh, wow. As dialogue. Okay,
Yeah.
Wow. I've never seen that
Actually,
before.
Charlotte can also explain it to you as well.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, it was so hard because we were trying to understand each other. But I remember the first read I had. I wasn't the first choice, by the way. I got in the second rehearsal. But I wrote this, we were reading through the script, and I basically looked up the director and asked, what is this play about? What is this play about? Because I could not decipher it at all. It just did not make sense.
It sounds like it has a lot of different stories within the play. Am I correct?
Kind of, but we had to figure out the story ourselves. The director gave us freedom to decide what context, where we are, who are we, what are the relationships. We had the actors decided that, not the director.
Whoa.
Which was interesting.
I've never seen that before. But I guess,
it's definitely experimental.
yeah. Because I can't see something for example, if Sam Haft actually directed one of my short films or my passion projects one day, I don't see him telling it. He's just going to say the way it's supposed to be like this, it's supposed to be like that, because we've been trained by him, and we've been trained by people his friends like Tristan and James.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are very good at what they do as acting coaches.
Amazing.
So, and the good thing about them, they know what the script is like already from an outside perspective. So that's why for me it's actually very surprising that I've never heard a kind of director who does that. But you never know, because maybe that was just his style for that actual play. But the next time he does something similar, like whether it's film or theater, it could be more structured.
Oh yeah, it was totally experimental. It was very hard for everyone, but no, that's the play. We got through it. But I had a lot of fun with the cast, and they were really great. I don't know. I hope I can do theatre again sometime soon. No, not sometime soon, but sometime eventually. I hope I can do theatre again. And I learned a lot from that experience. I can tell you that.
Yeah, you learn new things, especially when you got people who are enthusiastic and just as passionate as you are. Like, you learn more, in an environment like that. So, and that's a good thing about being surrounded by those people in the Genesian. They had a passion for performing, so whether they like theatre or film more, they just wanted to be there and just prove to themselves and to everybody that this is what it takes. This is what I need to do, and I can play this role. And the beauty about that is that it's good that you had that early on in your acting career. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I learned I did learn. I feel like I should have if I'm unsure about the directions, I should just do my own thing at that point. And then I don't know. It was what do you call it? Anyway, it's fun.
Yeah, look, I did audition for a Genesian Theatre play. I can't remember what it was, but back then I didn't have US dialect training yet. This was actually 2016.
Oh, okay.
And 9 years ago, I didn't really have US dialect training, and and I wasn't very experienced in theatre at all back then because purely film actor like myself. I auditioned there, and the director when I did a monologue, just a cold read monologue, and lack of US dialect training, it was embarrassing at the end. He goes, "Oh, Miguel, come over here," and he escorted me out, and he goes, "Look, all I gotta say is you do look interesting," and he shut the door at me. I'm like, okay, that wasn't a compliment at all. So but this was
that's brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal, but I was like, ouch, and then
ouch,
and this was because if I wasn't for that experience, I wouldn't have learned how to be a more hard, what do you call it, thick-skinned. So and I called my agent John Clare Lee a couple of days later. I said, "Oh, Mr. Lee, how do I prepare for cold reads? Because I suck at it." And then he goes to me, "Well, you can't really prepare for it properly. All you can do is just keep practicing, random monologues or dialogues just here and there." I think that's just the best way to do it, is just to be open into it. And maybe I misinterpreted him when he said that, but that's just the way he But it was brutal. But you know what? It wasn't the end of the world for me, because I knew that what he saw there, I don't blame him for thinking that way, because I was just like, how do I do this? So I just got stuck. I was joking.
Cold reads are hard. They are hard. They're so hard. I definitely struggle.
Yeah, look,
I still definitely struggle. I'm still kind of,
you're still rolling. You're still learning.
Yeah.
But like I said, because sometimes it'll be cold reads like that, and you have to be prepared and just be ready to adapt and just be ready to be. Yeah. And I think because the problem was back then I was literally reading the monologue, and then the director and a couple of the people who were auditioning me, they were just they didn't look impressed at all. But I don't blame them, because remember, it was nothing personal. Looking back, and because this is part of the game, you get rejected more than you get breakthroughs. But the rejection is, it's a harden to F up kind of process that's going to help you, pursue it, because the rejections, it's either makes or breaks actors, because people who give up because of the constant rejection and the hardships, it wasn't meant to be for them.
Yeah, exactly.
It
I
wasn't
agree
meant to
with
be for
that.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
No disrespect to that, but it's just the way it is because a lot of people can say, "Oh, I want to be an actor," but then the first 2 or 3 years, or even less than that, bloody hell, f this is too hard. I'm gonna go find something else, and then they end up doing something else that they dislike. You
Yeah,
know
no,
what I
I'm
mean?
gonna like as much as there were definitely times where I was like, oh, I don't know if I should do this. I don't even know if I'm even good at acting. But in the end, I still love like when I watch a movie, I'm back.
Oh no way.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
way.
I'm like I watch a movie and I'm like, okay, you know what? I can't give up. I want to do this.
And you
I still
envision
wanna-
yourself.
Yeah, I envision myself in it. Yeah.
Yes, in a similar scene. It's like, yep, me as Sora Wakaki, starring in this movie or Women of Shakespeare Part 2. You know what
That
I
was
mean? Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, look, I mean, never say never. You know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so in that context, let's be a believer. You know, so yeah. Never say never. I'm just kidding. It's cheesy as, but you know what? I did warn you there's going to be some cringe in this episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna cringe in the corner.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, look, come back in whenever you're ready.
It's all good.
And we
No,
can
I'm
use you.
good. No, it's fine.
I'm just kidding.
I was just joking.
I know that. I was kidding as well. So yeah, I was kidding. It's just you know me. I'm a cheeky boy. You know,
Yeah.
You should have known that by now. So.
Oh no, I get it.
Exactly. You hang out with me sometime soon again, you'll see even more cheeky side of me. You know, just like this is me. You know, it's just me. But yeah, look, I mean, I like that long answer about that. You know, Women of Shakespeare question that we just had. And as Juliet, obviously, you didn't really have to do much research because it's a very popular poem or just novel already, like Romeo and Juliet. Who played Romeo? Was Romeo?
No, there's only women.
I thought so.
It was an all women.
Oh, look at that. Charlie's Angels. So it could have been Charlie's
There was like, was it 8 of us? I forgot. I forgot the number of people.
Oh, yeah.
If I name, I can't even remember. I can't remember the number of people in there.
Oh, well, you had
We
fun.
played like several, like some people played like 3 or 4 characters or something.
But did you, which one did you find more fun, Juliet or Tamora? Juliet, thought so.
Tamora was so hard. Like, it was really hard. Like, when I performed the first night especially, it was blank. Like, she was nothing on stage. It was like, she had nothing. Because we changed that specific scene so many times. And, like, the relationship as well. I was so unsure what to do. And, like, I was, like, just standing around the stage awkwardly. And, like, just lingering. That's what I felt like, I think.
I think the first rule of stage is just, like, improvise, you know. So if you get stuck, just improvise. But one thing I've been taught by, you know, theater acting coaches or just people like Sam in general, you have to use this basic, just improv as long as you stay within, you know, the plot lines, you know what I mean? So the next time something like that happens, just improv, have fun, and perform like nobody's watching. Because when you perform like nobody's watching, or you have that mentality, you tend to perform better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when you're in the zone, you literally live in the world, and like what Sam Haftel often tells us, it's actually dress-ups, you know.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Dress-ups, you know. That's why little kids are better actors than us.
Because
they can literally play. Like, they can literally play the bad guy or the good girl or the bad boy or the good boy, whatever you call it, or the Batman or Elsa from Frozen, you know what I mean? So, we can take that into our thing. Let's just get that childlike faith as an actor, you know. So, we can do that instead, But, I know. Experience is the best teacher, Okay, you can do it.
That's correct.
Okay, so last question that we have here. Which actor or actors actually inspire you the most and why?
Oh, my God. I have 2 idols. So I have 2 idols. One of them is Julie Andrews. I grew up with like Sound of Music, and I fell in love with singing because of that. But I love her in that movie to bits. And then Audrey Hepburn. I recently watched Roman Holiday for the first time. It's a beautiful film. Highly recommend. And it's so beautiful. It's such a good film.
It sounds like it's drama.
I have a lot of actors that inspire me, like Emma Thompson. I absolutely love her in Sense and Sensibility.
Wow, I haven't seen that movie in ages. So Sense and Sensibility. Yeah.
I freaking love period-related like films and TV shows. Like I'm obsessed with like Pride and Prejudice, the TV show.
Or
like
even
with,
like Shakespeare
Colin
in
Firth.
Love. What about Shakespeare?
I haven't watched Shakespeare in Love,
Colin
but
Firth,
so far I love Colin Firth.
Yeah, Colin Firth and Emma Thompson, they were actually in love, actually. So,
yes, they were.
Yeah,
what a great film.
I think what's his name? Colin Firth has the best bit at the end when he proposes to that girl in Portugal, and that and the airport scene were the best. And it's just like when you watch that, you feel like you're in happy land.
Oh, but then Emma Thompson doing that that one scene. Everyone knows that scene. Everyone knows that scene.
Mm.
Everyone knows, but that acting is just incredible.
It's a very good, diverse storyline kind of movie. Of course, the plot is about love,
yes.
But of course, different kinds of love. But
yeah.
Obviously, Liam Neeson.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh my god! I love that relationship so much.
Yeah, I love
between
how
his son, his stepson.
Oh. Yeah, how he develops that good relationship with his stepson because I know what it's like to be at that age, or even when I was in my 20s. You can be in love with a girl, then you're just it ruins your day because you're just yearning to see them, and you just oh man, I need her validation, blah blah blah. But this is young boy stuff. But a lot of us boys can actually relate to that boy, Yeah, because it's a boy thing. It's a boy thing, because you can be. Because remember, us guys are very visual. We can just look at a girl and say, oh man, I want to marry her. So, but it's different for you girls. You girls go deeply because of your intuition. But us guys, it's just oh my gosh, she looks like my next girlfriend or my next wife potentially. But if we get rejected, so be it, So, but all of us boys can actually relate to that. And even with Colin Firth's one, I mean, that was a very. If somebody did that in real life, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people or a lot of guys all over the world will do something similar to that. Will travel to a different part of the world and just
learn the language as well.
Learn the language. Yeah.
That's effort.
But in real life, it'll take more than.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, more than a couple of months.
Yeah,
or a few weeks or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was a few weeks.
A few weeks, yeah, of course. But it was portrayed as broken Portuguese, just like broken English. But it was just it's a feel good movie. You watch it, it's very similar to Top Gun, but except it's a different genre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and but it is what it is. But it's all good. But yeah, any closing thoughts before we conclude this conversation?
Follow your dreams.
Oh, amen. High five. There we go. See, you heard it from two Asian Aussie actors. Yeah, you have to keep pursuing your dreams. Yeah, because a lot of, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of Asian Aussie actors who I know who are just playing the victim. Because I've never really had that problem. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but there's so many Asian male actors who I know who are just complaining, they get typecasted as a chef, a taxi driver, accountant, blah, 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 like that. But for me, I've been blessed enough to play the cop or bad guy or soldier. But I keep telling him, if you don't like being typecasted in that thing, make your own passion projects where you get to play the roles that you want to play to show them that you can play those roles.
Range.
Yeah. Don't succumb to this. Don't play victim because you playing victim is not going to get you anywhere. So yeah, exactly. So I'm very proud of Sora and the little time I've known her because she's got a good attitude. You should have a good attitude as well because remember, greatness is not skill, it is an attitude. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Sora.
Thank you for having me. It's been very fun.
Oh, there we go. Short but sweet episode, but it'll be, if you haven't done so yet, please press the like and subscribe buttons in the description box below. Yep, you heard her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pointing at it. So follow that. And until the next episode, please stay safe, everybody, and follow your dreams. My name is Miguel, and this is Sora.
Yep.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye-bye.